In Elkhart sits one of the most unusual and thought-provoking stops in northern Indiana. The RV Mobile Home Hall of Fame and Museum. It's one of those places where the phrase, "everything old is new again," absolutely fits. Because the very things that made RVs and mobile homes cool in the past, freedom and affordability, are suddenly back in style. And if you're the curious type, or just downright nosy, you'll love getting a peek inside other people's homes. From the stylish, to the gaudy, and everything in between. Prepare to be amazed at the museum you didn't even know you wanted to see. In these days of remote jobs and the gig economy, many choose to see the world while they're young, rather than wait decades for a retirement that may never come. They reject the overpriced house in the suburbs, used to impress people that they don't even like. And instead, choosing life on the open road, making wonderful new memories every single day. But they certainly don't have to do it without the comforts of home. This would absolutely do. To be clear, some of these cost more than a house. But you have a very posh place with everything you need, such as a kitchen with appliances, a cozy couch and large screen TV. Add to that a washer, dryer, shower, toilet, and a large bed. What you don't have is a ton of space to store things. But if that's not a big deal, this is your shuttle to adventure. Think of all the house expenses that you don't have to pay. No grass to cut, no homeowners association. And utilities can be as limited as where you park, sometimes even free. Once you get past the 14 miles per gallon, there are lots of pluses, including you never have to unpack. And if you hate your neighbors, get in the driver's seat and leave them forever. But this is not a new idea. There's something about not letting the dust settle on your life, packing up your stuff and going somewhere else. It's practically in the American DNA. Many people call that freedom. They have some amazing antiques that tell that story. While the early ones were very basic, they didn't stay that way, just like automobiles. Pretty Spartan here. You want a trolley to adventure? We can absolutely do that. But if you want fancy, that's a pricey upgrade. By today's standards, these kind of look like a school bus and an armored car had a baby. But we start to see luxurious wood interiors, heaters, and stoves. People started to see the possibilities, and with better roads, better paying jobs, and more leisure time, the industry grew exponentially. Recreational vehicles were here to stay. But not everyone wanted or could afford a very large RV and preferred something they could pull with a car or truck. To which the industry said, we can absolutely do that. A basic model with a few conveniences. But as always, some people want a little bit more, and they did that too. Real wood interiors and comfort. Some of these are so cute you just want to hug them. After my dad left the army, he bought one like this and stayed in it while working in Indianapolis. He'd live in it all week and come home to Bartlettsville on the weekends. After he and Mom got married, they lived in this tiny place before getting a house. It's fun to look inside and see where people lived while exploring America. When I looked inside, I made up my own stories. A young couple, a retired couple, or someone that just wanted to get away from everyone and everything just to read a good book. All of these are like time machines, capturing a moment in time from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. I didn't grow up in a family with an RV, but I often heard our neighbors talk about theirs, staying at the RV campgrounds, singing songs, and doing fun activities. Lifetime memories for sure. You can nearly smell the suntan lotion and insect repellent with a hint of pine needles. The past feels very much alive here. After World War II, there was a golden age of RVs. The middle class expanded. Companies paid well and gave great benefits, such as paid time off. The RV companies fought hard to win customers with cool new offerings. They capitalized on space-age technology and made shiny exteriors that look like they came from a rocket. If it's good enough for astronauts, it's good enough for you and your family. Some of these concepts were downright cool. Imagine a road trip in this thing. But then something happened in the 1970s. There was an oil embargo, high inflation, high unemployment, and high gas prices. They all hit the RV industry hard. RVs were made as cheaply as possible, with more focus on function than luxury, just to stay in the game. Models became very bland, and owning an RV wasn't cool anymore. This stayed the case for a long time, damaging customer perception. custom vans became popular as they were better on gas and excellent for short-term family trips. This ushered in the age of minivans. While the RV industry wasn't over, it had to make adjustments, going back to comfort and studying design trends. And that battle continues today. What customers liked last year is out of style this year. Even before the 1970s, these manufacturers had decided to diversify. While having money to travel isn't a given, having somewhere to live every day is an essential. RV builders had an expertise in making homes on wheels, catering to people that like to travel. But there was an untapped market of people that didn't have money for houses, but didn't want to live in apartments. The mobile home was born. It was a home on wheels that you could move if you wanted to. You weren't pinned down forever. You could live in a trailer community or have it delivered to land that you owned. The idea was an immediate hit. You can see several classic examples at the museum, the first being a clear transition from RVs. They're really too big to hit the highway. Later models were clearly not made for travel, but had everything you needed for a household, including multiple bedrooms. Inside, it looked exactly like a full-sized house. But after a few decades, even these gained a bad reputation for being cheap and looking dated. Manufacturers had to pivot again, this time to pre-manufactured housing. Prefabricated houses are cheaper and easier to put together due to modular design, and once assembled, hard to tell the difference from a regular home. Absolutely beautiful interiors. You can even get a garage. space-age concepts for the modern world. And if you want to see where the technology has been and where it's going, you can see it here at the RV Mobile Home Hall of Fame and Museum. Maybe it's time for a road trip.